to shed pounds by adding one seed to your diet? What do men consider cheating? We'll tell you. And quick fixes for your fashion emergencies. Welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Michelle Yarn.
And I am Rachel Kay. We are going to be talking about the new faces that you're seeing in movies and on TV shows. Give you a little preview of who you should be checking out.
All right. And if you're a parent of a young child with allergies, there's a new product out there. It's a fashion item that could really help you out. I think it's great. So we're going to tell you about that.
Very cool.
All right. Spring has sprung. So we have some ways to shake off those winter blues and boost your mood on the cheap. You can get a sunflower. Yep. It's simple.
So simple.
A bright yellow color. It's known to brighten up any room and any mood you may be in. It has associations with the sun, and it's something pretty to look at. Also, you could take the long way home. Switching up your routine, that can take the humdrum out of every day. So take the scenic route. Soak it all in. A little bit of extra time will make you feel like you did something different, too. You could go the old school route and eat some old school snacks. There's just something fun about being nostalgic, so why not treat yourself? Pick your favorite thing, and when you eat it, it is sure to bring back some memories. And if you're into fitness, then do it. Take some time and exercise. It could be a walk, a run, playing with a dog. All of those things can help lower stress. Sometimes it really is the smallest things that make a big difference. So take a little time, laugh it up, smile, and repeat tomorrow.
And whether you're deciding where to shop or work or even which stores to visit, here are some of the top U.S. companies, and they're rated based on quality, trust, social responsibility, and how employees are treated. So at number 4 is Google, with a very strong reputation among its customers and its employees. They also have a reputation for being a worker's paradise. Number 3, Disney. Obviously, they have a strong emotional appeal with consumers, and a little fairy dust can fix just about anything.
Of course.
Number 2 is Apple. After ranking as the nation's most reputable company, last year Apple Inc. slipped to the number 2 slot, and Amazon.com is considered the most reputable company in the U.S. and world. It received the highest scores for emotional appeal, products, and services. Obviously, shoppers love the site. Sales reached $61 billion with a B dollars over the last year. Rounding out the top 10, of course, Johnson & Johnson at number 5, Coca-Cola, Whole Foods Market, Sony, Procter & Gamble, and Costco.
I love me some Amazon.com. Can I just say, I shop all the time on my phone, too. It's really bad.
Yeah, it's the best. Every present that I buy, mostly, especially if it's being sent to someone else, Amazon.
Super easy to do. Is your hubby packing on the pounds? Well, it's time to stop ignoring the problem and start fixing it. Here's how to do it without ending up single. Ditch the denial, okay? If you've been silently steaming about his beer belly or his buffalo wing addiction, now's the time to change your ways. Studies show mixed weight couples fight more often than those who are in similar shape. Also, be supportive. Listen, if pinching your partner's love handles or saying you're going to eat that is your idea of getting him to lose weight, think again, please. You cannot force, coerce, or guilt your partner into losing weight. The best thing you can do is be supportive. And instead of battling it out every time he eats a Philly cheesesteak, slowly integrate some new healthy dishes and ingredients into your meals to help change his eating habits. Also, take care of yourself. Focus on what you can do to improve your own health, and then you'll be a source of inspiration. Or you could always play the sex card. Couples who exercise together have better sex lives. It's a fact you can use to help motivate him.
Yes, and to cheat. It's defined as a deliberately dishonest transaction, especially for your own gain. But men and women, they actually have very different perspectives on what they consider cheating. According to a new study, kissing actually counts. 100% of women believe kissing counts as being unfaithful, while only 86% of men believe the same. Emotional investment, 77% of women believe having an emotional relationship counts as being unfaithful, while only 55% of men believe the same. Now, what about texting or flirting online? 82% of women say it's cheating, while only 56% of men believe the same. So, despite all of the differences, a majority of us say we'd consider marrying someone who had been unfaithful in a prior relationship. But if the person cheated on us, that number drops to only about 20%, naturally.
Now, here's the thing I've always wondered, and I feel like men and women have different views. Is the strip club cheating?
I say no.
Is it cheating?
Cheating, it's not cheating if you don't touch. This is what I've heard.
It's always a different argument from different people.
If you just sit there and watch, that's one thing.
But if you're paying for the private lap dance,
for the lap dances,
that could be cheating?
That could be a borderline cheating.
All right, okay. So we always want to find the best deals out there, right? Well, it's your smartphone to the rescue. Check out some of these awesome shopping apps. If you're already in a store, for instance, something on the shelf catches your eye, your best bet is a barcode scanning app. Just point, shoot, and bam, price comparisons from all over the web and even nearby stores.
Wow.
An app like Red Laser is perfect for this. And bonus, with Red Laser, you can even scan a food item to find out what allergens it contains.
Amazing.
Isn't that cool? Now, if you're more of a wait till the last minute to think, oh, hey, maybe I should have looked for a coupon for this kind of gal.
Michelle, stop talking bad about me.
I know, free price alerts. This is the thing for you. It's a free browser extension. It dives in at the last minute to save you from overpaying. So you'll get a pop-up in the corner of the screen letting you know there's a better price on the same product elsewhere. Then there are services like Shop Advisor, which let you set up email alerts on specific products to let you know when they drop in price, and also has a free mobile app that lets you scan barcodes of items you find in stores and add them to your watch list. And it's great because then you're going to get a heads up when what you want to buy is finally cheap enough for you to actually afford without busting your budget.
I love that.
Yeah.
I need that second app like now, tomorrow. I needed it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we know neon is on trend right now, but admiring it on the runway and wearing it in the real world, two completely different things. So here are some rules for wearing neon from galtime.com. Rule number 1, a little neon goes a long way. You really only need a pop of neon and you will definitely stand out. So stick with like a skirt or shirt. Now, rule number 2, don't be afraid to wear neon with other regular colors, but that leads to rule number 3, make sure they're darker or more saturated than the neon you're wearing.
Now, rule number 4, don't forget neon accessories. They're the quickest and easiest way to experiment with this trend. And that leads us to rule number 5. For most workplaces, try to stick to one shade of neon or one really bright color per outfit.
Aztec Foods fueled one of the most powerful empires in history, and one miracle seed in particular. Here to help us unlock the diet secrets of those powerful warriors and help us lose weight is Dr. Bob Arnott. Welcome.
Hey, Rachel, how are you?
I am fantastic. Now, your new book, The Aztec Diet, uses one miracle seed in particular. It's the cornerstone to shedding pounds. What is it, and tell us how it works.
Sure. So it is called chia. This is actually a micro-sliced chia. And what it does is it basically fills you up. That is, it acts almost like a lap band surgery in the sense that it grows to 7 or 8 times in your stomach, so you just plain don't feel hungry. But the other part of it that's key, Rachel, is it also is packed with nutrients. It's probably the most efficient food in the universe. That is, what we do is we have very inefficient diets. That is, we might have 4,000 calories a day not getting nearly the nutrients that we should, whereas in 70 calories here, you are getting 8 times more omega-3s than salmon. You're getting 6 times more calcium than milk, 3 times more iron than spinach, and the list just goes on. So very, very efficient, makes you feel great, but the key thing is inflammation. Most overweight people are an inflammatory mess inside, in their intestines and lungs and hearts, but also in their brain. Now, when you cook with the chia seeds, do you have to put them in every meal? And do they really have a taste, or do they not really taste like anything? So, Rachel, the real advantage is this. I mean, true confessions, when I was a kid, my parents had to force feed me vegetables. I mean, I was not a big Brussels sprouts fan or cauliflower or whatever. But the wonderful thing about chia is with your kid or an adult, there's no taste, none. And so it's a great ingredient. That is, you're getting all of these wonderful anti-inflammatory products. You're getting all the minerals and vitamins and the omega-3 fatty acids with zero taste. So you can put it in a smoothie, you could put it in recipes, but no, you don't have to have it in anything. You know, roughly a couple of scoops a day is a good start. I'm actually on 5 scoops a day. I do most of mine in a smoothie, and the reason I use the smoothies is this. We had a group of real women. They've been size 6, they went to size 14 after having a couple of kids, and they never came back. Right. So they basically started using these smoothies. We've done an adaptation here. We, for instance, have this blueberry brain smoothie. We have a wonderful avocado here, a melon mojo. Terrific recipes. They taste great. But the key thing they do, Rachel, is they basically fix all of your nutritional problems immediately. So day 1, you've taken your inflammation down below 0 to a level you've never imagined. You feel great, and you're able to take your glucose load, which is the main reason we're overweight with all of those bagels and pastas and whatnot, and we brought your glucose load down to a tiny, tiny level here, so you're really able to drop those pounds. Yes, now the book goes through the 3 phases. You were just starting to talk about a little of them. Tell us really quick what they are and how they work. Sure, absolutely. So phase 1, smoothies, 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Phase 2, you add a real lunch here. That gives you a little bit more energy so you can have wonderful workouts. And the final phase here is for your whole life, and that is these wonderful, easy to prepare Aztec recipes that have chia, but also have wonderful Aztec foods in it like quinoa, amaranth, and of course popular Aztec foods like turkey.
All right, and really quick, when we're on this diet, can we have cheat days? Like, can we have that cocktail on Friday or the little sweets that we like?
Yes, I do it myself. That is, if I'm away for a few days, if I go to a party, Thanksgiving, Christmas, holidays, whatever it is, you can make those nutritional errors, put on a few pounds, come back to the smoothies, the weight comes off, you feel great again.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Arnott. His book, The Aztec Diet, is available in stores now.
You gotta have the cheat day, that's all I can say. All right, let's take a trip down memory lane. 1983 was a banner year for American culture, and 30 years ago. So if you're turning 30 this year, you're not alone. Here are things to celebrate with. Starting with the McNugget. McDonald's created the chicken dish in 1979, but it wasn't actually available in McDonald's restaurants nationwide until 1983. There simply wasn't enough processed chicken to go around, I guess. Now you can't forget DARE, D-A-R-E, Drug Abuse Resistance Education. It was established to teach kids to avoid drugs, gangs, and violence. It was one of the most visible parts of the war on drugs for kids, and many, including me, wore that trademark black t-shirt.
You were that girl.
Yep, and we could never forget the moonwalk. Michael Jackson introduced his signature dance move during the TV special Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, Forever. He did the move during his performance of Billie Jean. The crowd went insane. Woo! 1983 was the first time we called it the moonwalk, and the first time Michael Jackson did it, at least in public. And that won't be all. We are showing you more things turning 30 throughout the show today.
There you
Good
go.
stuff.
Yes. All right, well, when Life Love Shopping returns, we have your quick fixes for those beauty emergencies like a popped button or maybe even a broken high heel.
All right, plus young Hollywood keeps getting younger, so we're going to profile the new faces to watch out for when we return.
Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. Fashion emergencies sometimes mean calling the fashion police, but we're talking about the ER trips we take to our tailor.
And in case you can't make the trip, we have some quick fixes to your beauty emergencies, starting with this one, your heel breaks. What do you do? If you're just starting the night, buy a quick tube of shoe glue or super glue. If that's not an option, listen, just break the other heel. Voila, now you have flats.
Ta-da!
Let's say you're dealing with those annoying chipped nails. There's usually not a fix on the fly, but if you are at home, apply a little rubbing alcohol, and then you can spot correct with nail polish.
And imagine you are at work and your button is about to fall off your shirt or your pants. First choice would be an emergency sewing kit, or use a twisty tie. Just take the paper off of the sides and you have a tiny wire you can intertwine like thread. And last, the deodorant marks, those dreaded deodorant marks. The solution? Baby wipes. It works every time just to wipe it away. And the most important thing to remember about all beauty emergencies is a little attitude can go a long way. Just roll with it.
Yeah, work it.
Exactly.
Now, what about when it comes to scents, okay? We know some of them can attract men to you more than others, but your perfume choice also reveals a lot about your personality. For instance, if you like roses, it says you want to be in love. You're the type of person who cringes when reading articles about the death of courtship. Now, let's say you love to smell sweet like cookies. Your parents, probably pretty strict, and they probably didn't let you eat them. Therefore, you associate that cookie smell with what you can't have. Vanilla, it makes you feel edgy, supposedly, just a little bit. There's sandalwood. Oftentimes, this is associated with sophisticated people. Think Princess Kate, okay?
Voila.
Let's say you like the smell of grass. You are athletic, and you're probably a friend to cows, right?
Sure.
Rainfall, apparently this means you're really good in bed. You just are. Who doesn't like the smell of rain? Come on.
Who doesn't?
I know.
It always smells so great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, new faces are popping up all over our favorite TV shows and in movies.
It's true, and Morgan Miller is putting the spotlight on these new stars.
Hey ladies, we're getting a slew of new must-see movies this year, and that means new faces and new names. Here's a look at some names you probably didn't know, but surely won't forget. First up is Adrianne Palicki. Recognize her? No? She played Wonder Woman in 2011, but this year you will get to know her as Lady J. She's been cast in the tough girl role for the movie G.I. Joe Retaliation. And Pretty Little Girls fans, will recognize this girl. I'm talking about Ashley Benson. She plays Hannah on the hit TV series, but she's trading in that role for the big screen. She's featured in the movie Spring Breakers, where she plays a scantily clad young outlaw. Some of her co-stars are familiar Disney faces, Selena Gomez and Vanessa Hudgens. All right, enough of the ladies. Let's look at some menses. Can you recognize this guy? No, this is not the brother of Zach Galifianakis. His name is Josh Gad. He played Jake Gyllenhaal's brother in Love and Other Drugs and won a Tony for his role in the Book of Mormon musical. Now he's playing Steve Jobs' business partner in the movie Jobs alongside Ashton Kutcher. So those are just a few faces you guys can get ready to see this year. I'm excited. Back to you, ladies.
Well, thank you, Morgan. All right, new and old marriages, they both take work. Even the healthiest ones are not 100% free of conflict, but the trick is to keep it from turning into resentment. So here are some of the top reasons men end up resenting their wives. The first one, not fighting fair. Happy couples don't necessarily fight less often, they just fight better. So they describe their own feelings and needs rather than labeling their partners as the one who's always at fault. Another thing that causes resentment, treating him like a child. A big issue is when a man feels his wife talks down to him. It can leave him feeling less than, and nothing triggers resentment faster than inadequacy. Also, involving other people in your marriage. This is a tough one. What you may think is harmless complaining to your friends and family can actually break your husband's trust. Men find it humiliating and sometimes hurtful. Not to mention, those people won't forget the bad side when you try to mention the good. And also, not showing appreciation. Men will never ask for it, but they need to hear that you're proud of them every now and then. Let him know you noticed that he took the trash out. Get some brownie points for that. A big no-no, withholding sex as punishment. While women generally need emotional intimacy to make love, men express emotional intimacy through sex. Surprise, surprise. So withholding that, it's going to make your partner feel less love from you, and then he's going to give you less in return. So it's a vicious cycle. You definitely don't want to do that, and don't use it as a reward either.
No, that's bad.
Yeah.
No, it should just be fun. Sex should just be fun all around.
All right, well, coming up on Life Love Shopping, when is it a good time to let your kids have a Facebook page? We're going to go over the pros and the cons.
Plus, we'll show you the t-shirt parents are loving right now and how it's protecting their kids from harmful food allergies. That's next.
Aw, the American minivan, one of the many things turning 30.
Yes, had two of those red ones.
Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. All right, there's a new kids tee in town, and parents can probably really appreciate this one.
Yes, they're called Don't Feed Me t-shirts, specifically made for kids with food allergies. Kim Whitley, she's a comedian and reality TV star. She was inspired to create the colorful $10 shirts after her own son's food allergies. The shirts are ideal to wear with a new babysitter at a kid's party, or a day at a school maybe where they bring special snacks. Now, parents just use a pen to fill in their child's name and check off boxes of what the child is allergic to. They also sell clear bags with the same Don't Feed Me warning that can hold Benadryl, EpiPens, and of course other allergy aids.
Now, on average, this is interesting, a child with food allergies experiences a reaction once or twice a year. Now, some parents have said they're a little concerned, they don't want these shirts to turn into a bully magnet, but they're meant for kids who are under 5 and the ones that can't communicate their needs or know how to read. I think it's a great idea. There are so many allergies now, and like a peanut allergy, I mean, in seconds that can turn life-threatening. So I say anything that helps bring a little bit of awareness is a good thing. I get the whole scarlet letter thing, but if they're younger kids, they don't know how to ask, is this bread made with dairy in it, or you know, little things. I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a great, they're just going to go up to the table and grab whatever food's there. It takes pressure off of the parents of worrying that their kid's going to eat something like that. And even off of the teachers. What a teacher's going to go, wait, let me go look up Jimmy's file and see. You know?
There's just a lot of pressure.
It's good stuff.
I think it's a great product. To like or not to like, here are some of the pros and cons of Facebook for kids. We'll start with the advantages. Social skills. So Facebook allows kids to keep up with current friends and make new ones. If they use it the right way, social media can actually increase a child's self-esteem and help them feel less isolated. Self-expression. A Facebook page gives a child their own home page on the web so they can express themselves and talk about their interests. There's also digital competence. Having good online social media skills is going to be increasingly important as they get older. Now, the many disadvantages, one is that kids can be mean. No matter how you school your child on the right way to behave online, you can't stop other kids from being mean. A Facebook account is a gateway to the whole internet. So if you think your kid's too young to explore the internet, probably not a good idea to set them up on a Facebook account. And beware of friends of friends. A lot of times it's not your child's friends that are the problem, it's the friends of their friends, and then it can go way back and people can start online bullying.
The bad influences of the other children.
Yeah.
But you can, it's also important, what age are we talking about with kids? Because if it's a really young kid, the parents should be there to help them through the social media.
Let's be honest, you can't avoid social media. So yeah, if you can teach them good habits, it's definitely the way to go.
Yes. All right, well, here at Life Love Shopping, we of course want to connect with you. When we're not on TV, you can stay in touch by liking our Facebook page. You can follow and tweet us on Twitter at Life Love Shop.
Yeah.